Tiff, child. You shouldn't have told me to go ahead and do your research, child. There's a lot of things that slip past me, Big Tiff. The last thing you should have said was go and do your research, child. You should have just went ahead and asked daggone questions and said, we'll find out in court, or we shall see, or something like that. Child. Do my research, I shall do. So who knew? I missed it, y'all. I apologize. That there were 3 former employees that's suing Big Tiff as well.
3 people are suing Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard after they say they were wrongfully fired. Sandra Tracy is a former human resource manager for Thornton Township. Karen Johnson is a former Dalton Public Works Department administrative assistant. And Shamisha Williams is the former director of Dalton's Buildings, Permits, and License Department. All of them say they were terminated for refusing to do political campaign work for Henyard. Henyard, who is also Thornton Township supervisor, is accused of using village money for personal reasons. She has denied those allegations. We've reached out to the Village of Dalton for comment. We have not yet heard back.
You already know she's not going to answer back. But what I want to know, Big Tiff, is why is it that you're doing this to the stars? Because I'm going to go ahead and assume Samisha, if she the only one, is a black woman. And you talking about everybody black, you black, we black, they black, and nobody should be doing this to a black woman.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
Tiff, that video will never get old. Girl, even when you long gone, wherever it is that you about to go, I'm going to be using that video forever, okay? It's hilarious for you to sit up there and say that, and then at the end of the day, you be doing things not only to black people, but to black women, but everybody's supposed to have some sort of empathy and sympathy for you? We waiting for them silver bracelets, child.
3 former village employees are now taking legal action against Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard for what they described as a toxic work environment that eventually led to their wrongful terminations.
The way she treated me and other people was wrong.
Shamisha Williams is one of 3 former village employees suing Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and the village of Dalton.
These 3 cases are all based around the same premise, that these are wrongful terminations at the hands of Mayor Henyard and her administrations.
All 3 of the former employees say they were fired at some point near the end of 2022. Williams says the workplace environment worsened about a year before that, starting with the mayor asking her to do things that she says were unethical.
Withhold building permits, business licenses to people that didn't donate to her campaign or just people she didn't like in general.
So this is how petty it seems to be that you are, allegedly, Big Tiff. You did that to Samia. Poor Samia. Why does she have to go through this? Why are you giving her a hard time? Why does she have to do what you want her to do? Why is it that she has to suffer now because she won't partake in your illegal activities? I just want to know what it is that you ain't doing, and I said ain't. Can someone tell me what it is that Big Tiff ain't doing? Because it really seems like she's doing a whole lot of crappity crap, allegedly illegal activities, trying to pull everyone into it, and everyone isn't necessarily into the foolishness. Shout out to Keith Freeman, who has been indicted. Child, as I look more and more into this stuff, it gets more and more ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And for her to have the audacity and the nerve to talk about being black, that is the last thing that should be coming out of your mouth. And this is why those of us who are here and are black should be upset when people use being black as a defense when it's not even the daggone case. These are the people that just use it because they don't want to accept accountability. They don't want to take accountability. Then they want to blame it on being black and say that it's racism, which waters down racism when it's really racism in other cases. People don't take it seriously. This needs to stop. I don't understand why more people aren't outraged about that. That pisses me off. Instead of saying nothing, like you're doing now, Big Tiff, you should have just said nothing. But now, like I said, I got your little, you black, I'm black woman in power. That's going to be used against you. And if they don't have a copy of it, I do. You're ruining your town. You're keeping these people from making money, which goes back to your daggone town, which you wouldn't have to freaking shiest all the other people, allegedly, if you would just go ahead and allow people to be people and do what they want to do. But you're too much of a narcissist. Here is the definition of a daggone narcissist. It's about me. It's going to be me. And if not, then it's going to be you in trouble.
Williams says she continued to raise concerns about that with the mayor, but she was later moved to the water department before eventually being fired.
I was the only person at that time that knew how to process business licenses, but they moved me to the water department anyway.
Another complaint in a lawsuit on behalf of former Public Works Department employee Karen Johnson claims that she was intentionally treated differently from other similarly situated employees and that there was no rational basis for the difference in treatment.
You know what? If Karen is white, child, this is going to be something else if Karen is white. Obviously, we see who and what Samia is, but she's trying to skirt around the issue, maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. But Big Tiff, if daggone Karen is white, that's another discrimination case, racial discrimination possibly. Woo, Lord, Lord, Lord.
The lawsuit also states Henyard restricted certain village and or township employees' access to village and or township buildings. It's all part of a lengthy list of accusations against Mayor Henyard, which also allegedly included a tarnished relationship with her village trustees.
We did a mock trial to practice muting the trustees because she didn't want the trustees to have a voice. In her words, she was at war with the trustees.
One of the former employees is hoping to get her job back from this lawsuit, while the other two are just hoping to move forward, as they say this has caused emotional and financial damages.
I didn't want to file at first, but it just didn't sit well not to do nothing.
So a court date is still pending for these lawsuits. We did reach out to Mayor Tiffany Henyard, as well as the Village of Dalton and the village trustees for comment, but we have not heard back.
Meet me in the trail, it's going down. Meet me in the mall, it's going down.
We already know they're not going to give any comment. That's just a given, but I guess that's just what they have to do. Tiffany, you just allegedly don't care about anyone. And here's the thing that Tiff, in my opinion, is not thinking of her daughter. Now, she's a single mother. We already saw that. She has a young daughter. And when all this goes down, I promise y'all, allegedly, she'll use that as the reason that nothing should happen to her because she's a single mom. There's no one else to take care of the baby. It's not right. It's not fair. And don't do this to a child. I promise y'all that that's what's going to happen. But that's what I found thus far in my research, child. And I'm going to continue to research more. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this daggone channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment. I'll see you all in the next one.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
We do not care.